Chapter 44. Phoenix becoming into a pheasant. Songshi changed his plan and prepared to visit the old master Song. This was someone he was more concerned about at the moment. All right, just as well I can send the healing medicine to Elderkin. Big Smart agreed. Let's go. Songshi did not hesitate and left. He opened the lottery in his mind at the same time. Due to the perfection of his two martial arts, he received 2 lucky draws. On the lottery panel, he had already drawn the unfettered hand, the Connate pill, the phantom image step, the 9 young divine technique, the fireball technique, and the rejuvenation pill. Now, there were only 6 left. Among them, the foundation establishment pill, the Connate pure young art, the true young chainmail, and the gentleman's sword were all known. There were still 2 things that were unknown. Chainmail isn't of much use to me. I have a death wish. I'm not interested in protective gear. Songshi thought to himself and used up all the lottery draws at once. 2 draws in a row. Ding, congratulations on drawing breath control technique. Ding, congratulations on drawing the gentleman's sword. In the notification, the results of the lucky draw were revealed. The gentleman's sword was known to be a top-grade sword and is considered a divine weapon that could cut through iron like mud. As for the breath control technique, it should be a spell. He checked the specific information on it. Breath control technique converges one's aura and cultivation fluctuations. After minor accomplishment, it is effective for people of the same minor realm and below. The greater mastery state was effective within the same realm. In the perfect state, he will be able to control his aura and the energy fluctuations of his cultivation to reveal them at his will. Songshi's eyes lit up when he heard that. This was a necessary secret technique to master in order to pretend to be weak. Big Smart's reaction made him worried that others would discover his exponential increase in cultivation, and this would inexplicably attract suspicion. Now, as long as he did not encounter foundation establishment, cultivators or extraordinary martial artists who exceeded his realm, he would not be discovered. I have to cultivate this secret technique. If I complete it, I will be able to reveal only as much as I want. Songshi was very satisfied. He directly absorbed the information and began to restrain his strength according to the new methods. His aura quickly calmed down. Before long, Songshi had reached the minor accomplishment stage in the breath control technique. Big Smart, who was walking behind, sensed the change and was a little surprised. He could sense that the fluctuations of this young master's power were constantly disappearing. Soon, Songshi turned around and said, "Big Smart, you can still tell that I'm at the Connate realm." "It's hard to tell. The energy fluctuations are very weak." Big Smart shook his head. "You feel like an ordinary postnatal expert." "That's good." Songshi chuckled and returned his attention to the streets along the way. He realized that it was especially deserted. Not only was there trash everywhere, but the people he saw were also in a hurry. It seemed as if Silken City, which was originally bustling and busy, had been reduced to a dilapidated place overnight. As they walked towards the government office, the number of people gradually increased, but they were all wearing masks and looked uneasy. Songshi's smile gradually disappeared as he quickened his pace. When the 2 of them arrived at the government office, they were stopped by the bailiffs guarding the door. No one is allowed to approach. The guards in black masks and black robes stared coldly at the 2 of them. "I'm from the Song family." Hearing Songshi's words, the guard's expression could not help but change. He looked like he wanted to avoid him. "Wait a moment. I'll report to the head guard." These guards were all from the government office. They were mostly security guards and people who were there to show off. Unlike the bailiffs, they had not seen Songshi before. "Songshi, where did you go?" The head guard did not appear. Chen Ming, who was dressed in a black robe, appeared and said anxiously, "There was no one here when I looked for you. Come with me." "What is it?" Songshi was surprised. He guessed that he had managed to avoid Chen Ming's search while cultivating at the bottom of the well. "Didn't you want to join the Demon Slayers division back then?" Now that there is something to do, it's time for you to contribute." As Chen Ming spoke, he looked at Big Smart in surprise. "Bring your guard along. If you can make a worthy contribution now, you can immediately become an official member." Song Shi could not help but think of the human tour that Wuxia had mentioned. He did not want to go, but he had agreed to them back then already, so it was not easy to refuse. "Let me see my old man first." They were not staying in the government office all this time. "Come with me." Chen Ming pulled Song Shi to a manor beside the government office. "This is our Black Iron Guard's temporary residence. Your family is quite lucky to be able to live with us. It's considered the safest in Silken City." Song Shi thought to himself that if something really happened, they would also be the fastest to die. He did not reveal anything and asked tentatively, "Brother Chen, what's the mission this time?" "It's a secret for now. You'll know later." Chen Ming patted Song Shi's shoulder. "Don't worry. It's something you're good at." With specialty, Song Shi was puzzled. He was just a playboy. What was he good at? Shire, as soon. As he entered the courtyard, Songwon, who looked much older, shouted excitedly. This famous tycoon of Silken City was actually sweeping the floor at this moment, shocking Song Shi and Big Smart. "What happened? How did you become a servant?" Song Shi couldn't help but look at Chen Ming. Old Master Song donated his wealth to the Demon Slayers division and took the initiative to sweep the fallen leaves. Chen Ming explained the reason. "Shire, my Song family is about to be wiped out. What's the use of having tens of thousands worth of assets? The key is to obtain the protection from the lords of the Demon Slayers division." Songwon was very open-minded. "Since you've caught the eye of the Lord's one, you have to work hard in the Demon Slayers division. I feel like I've been sold for money." Song Shi was rather speechless. He didn't really want to join the Demon Slayers division, but since his father had already given away all his wealth, his mentality towards objection was different now, as he no longer had a powerful backing. At this stage, he could not protect his family as well, hence he agreed with his father's choice. "Where's Elder Kin?" "In the side courtyard. Your second sister is taking care of him." Songwon sighed. "He's seriously injured. The lord from the Demon Slayers division just saw him and prescribed medicine for him. He barely survived." "Brother Chen, wait for me here. I'll go see Elder Kin first." Song Shi gestured to Big Smart and followed Old Master Song. Chen Ming looked at Big Smart. The Song family's foundation is quite complex. They actually have another Connate expert. Unfortunately, this is a chaotic world. Even if they have a Connate expert, it will be difficult to restore their glory. The narrow side courtyard was originally where the servants lived, but now it was where the Song family was struggling, at death's door. A strong medicinal smell wafted out from afar. Song Shi saw Song Bei brewing medicine by the aisle. Her face was black from the smoke, and Song Jia was washing a pile of dirty clothes with a look of disdain. "Seventh brother." Song Bei waved her hands happily when she saw Song Shi. Song Shi watched in a daze. This scene was really the embodiment of a phoenix turning into a pheasant too. The two of them, who had once lived a luxurious life, seemed to have fallen grace, so hard it was like they fell from the sky to the ground. They actually had to become servants just to obtain the protection of the Demon Slayers division. No matter how much money he had, in the face of death, it was just a pile of dead and useless things. He said in a deep voice, "Are the three of you the only ones alive?" "That's right. Some more have died, and the others have run off. Now, other than you, third brother, and fourth sister, the Song family only has the three of us to rely upon." Songwon said sadly, "You have to live well and continue our family line." "HMPH, don't we still have third brother? He caused all this trouble. He can continue the family line himself. Just give birth to a few more children in the future." Song Shi sneered.